Yo fam, what's good? Seek here. I'm going to give you guys a quick little video around power leveling and being able to level yourself effectively in game and Destiny 2. So I have mentioned it a few times on stream over the last few streams, and a lot of people keep asking. So I decided to make a little video to better understand for you guys, and so I don't have to keep repeating it in stream over and over, because it does take a little bit to explain, and trying to explain it while you're trying to play is kind of difficult at times. So here we are. This is my hunter. I'm currently not my highest of light. I think it's my second or third highest light, but I am on this character today, so I'm just going to explain it on here. The big thing is there's massive opportunities in it for light, so it's going to be easy for me to explain it a little bit more. But basically, I explained it the other day with power level. So right now I'm 1253, and I have the opportunity to grow my character even more by grinding. Right, and the grinding that we're going to be talking about is how you can better utilize your power and pinnacle drops, whether you're short on time or whether you have plenty of time. This is the most effective way to grind out power. Now, this is my way. It's not necessarily the most accurate way, and it's not probably the way that some of the other guys that are world record holders for power level grind and stuff like that do it. But this is the way I've done it, and it's been pretty successful for me. It does rely on a little bit of RNG at times, but you know, this is how I've done it. So I guess think of your power level as broken up into 8 parts of light. So I have explained that. So when I talk about 8, there's 8 items. So you've got your kinetic. So my kinetic right now is at 1247. My energy, which is 1247 as well. My power, which is 1246. Your helmet, which is 1240. Your gauntlets, which is 1239, your chest piece, which is 1239, and my legs that are 1233, and my cloak, which is 1239 as well. So right there, you can see massive opportunities in light game, right? So probably a little easier for me to plateau this out than some. Sometimes it's only a smaller amount of growth. And then my power from my artifact is plus 12. So I'm going to show you what I use daily, and when I talk about this in game and in stream around using DIM or Destiny Item Manager, this is what I use, and this is an easy way to quickly understand. So this is my hunter, right? At 1253 is my maximum power level, and you can see this little fraction here that says, 1253, and the little fraction here that says 2 out of 8. That 2 out of 8 is what I talk about when I say there's 8 parts of light, basically, that equal to 1 power level. So right now I need 6 light from all of my gear to be able to level up to 1254. Now for me, I have massive amounts of opportunity. So if I look here, I'm gaining, my big gain is in my legs. I've got a plus 8 opportunity back to base, right? I have 1 in my helmet, I have 2 in my gauntlets, I have 2 in my chest, and I have 2 in my class armor. So right now I have a fairly large opportunity to go up 2 light, up to 1255, because I have the gain of 15 instead of 15. I have a gain of 15, and I only need 14 to go up 2 light. So I've got a really big opportunity. So let's go back to the other screen quickly. Let's go over here. So back here, when I say this, when I talk around seasonal gear and things like that as well. So these guys here, I've got very high drops. So I pulled them from my other characters. So you always pull your highest maximum weapons that you have on all 3 characters. If you play on 3 characters, if you play on 1, then obviously it's not going to make big of a difference of pulling them around. But you want to have your maximum power weapons on all characters whenever you move and whenever you're going to be grinding. Now for me, my biggest opportunity, as I said before, is in my legs. But every single piece of armor here is below what my cap is of 1241. So my soft cap, or so you take out your artifact, your soft cap is at, well, my cap of power is at 1241. And that is the thing that I want to grow, because power, the artifact, certain activities disable it. So for example, day 1 raid, the artifact is going to be disabled. So 1241 is actually my base light. So when I talk about seasonal activity, the season pass and being able to pull things from the season pass, if I was to pull a set of legs right now, if I had any left from the seasonal pass, you're going to get 1241, which is going to be a massive increase of +8, which means I'm going to gain an instant power level. I would do that if I had legs right now to pull, but I've already done it, and that's how I've been able to effectively level. The idea here is to work those numbers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and play those activities that I keep talking about. So your Crucible, your Strikes, your Gambit, your public events, your Lost Sectors, and things like that. They all are able to drop things at +1 of your light. So not only can I get 1241 gear, I can also get 1242 gear. So it's going to give me an ability to grow. So ideally, I want to grab 5 pieces of equipment that is going to balance or plateau out my power. Once I've done that, I'm then going to hit my power engrams. So when I talk about power engrams, I'm going to head over to, say, the Vanguard Strikes, and I'm going to knock out the powerful gear tier 1 there, which is completing a weekly nightfall. Do not hit your pinnacles first. Do not hit pinnacles first. Always hit your power gear first, and then try and plateau out again, and then move to the pinnacles. Now, whether you're short on time or you've got plenty of time, it's still the most effective way to go. As I said, move your power weapons, or you move your most powerful weapons to your next character and go again. Gambit is by far the quickest for me, but if you do Gambit, you're going to get a pinnacle gear. So get pinnacle gear. So my advice would be, get your powerful out of the road, plateau, and then come and hit your first pinnacle at Gambit. And then by doing Gambit, you're going to allow yourself to grind, and they're quick games. They're not long games. That's why I say Gambit's probably the most effective. And I'm one that doesn't like Gambit very much, but so far it's been the most effective way to level the character quickly, because your games don't last as long, and you can have a bit of fun with friends as well. The other thing is I've been playing a hell of a lot of Crucible, so I use my Glory. Now, the reason I've done more survival is because it drops powerful gear. So once again, the first powerful gear I hit was always Glory, and then I grind like crazy in Glory. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be still getting loot drops. So when those loot drops drop, the ability for them to be at +1, as I said, a little bit of RNG involved, but right now, if I was to go and play one game, you would see that I would have a massive opportunity in light gains. Therefore, then it's a win-win for me. The whole idea here is to grow this power, that base, up as high as we can till we hit the hard cap of 1250, and then your pinnacle cap is 1260 at the moment. I really hope that explains a little bit of how I was able to do it. It's probably not completely accurate. It's probably not 100% the best way that it's the most effective in the way of how the guys that are out there that are already 1270 and 1280 and things do it. But this is how I've done it, and this has been the way that it's been working for me. And I've done this now on all 3 of my characters. Now, what I've done to be raid ready is I've worked in back order. So I started on my Hunter, which was my main, and I worked my way to my Titan, which Titan being my character that I least likely want to run through the raid on day 1. I'm now going to work in the opposite direction. So I'm going to start this week on my Titan and finish up on my Hunter. So my Hunter has the maximum amount of power needed to be ready for the raid. Now, I only need to be 1230. I'm already above 1230 on all 3 characters. But I want to be day 2 ready so I can start teaching you guys raids. So anyway, I hope that's good. If you do like this little video, I would like to do them more. This is the very first one that I have done. So if it is something that you've enjoyed, please drop a like. Please drop a comment if there's any questions that you have, and I'll do my best to answer them all. If you want to see more, if there's other things you'd like me to explain, please put them in the comments as well, or shoot me a DM and I'll do my best to respond. But yeah, as I said, this was an easy way for me to try and explain exactly what I've been talking about, and I really hope that it does help you guys to be using your power and pinnacle weapons drops more effectively, to get yourselves some better gear and light and things like that. So but that's it, guys. I appreciate you all. Make sure you drop a follow on the page if you're new to the page, and I'll see you in the next stream. Deuces.